Hi, my name is Fugi. I live in Kuala Lumpur and I've been cycling for the past 5 years or so. I stay very close to the office. I stay in Bangsar, which is about 2 kilometers away from the office, and it takes me about 15 minutes to cycle. In comparison, if I were to drive, I would be in the traffic for about 45 minutes, including the time it takes to find a parking.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I've been cycling for about 17 years. I live in Bangsar and I work in PJ. I cycle to work because it's less stressful. I don't have any parking issues and I get to exercise before I get to work.
My name is Muzaffar Maidin. I started cycling about 2 years ago. I cycle to work from Jalan Gasing to Publica. It takes the same amount of time for me to drive to work and on the bike. Although if it does get jammed, then it'll be longer in the car as compared to the bicycle.
My name is Xiang Ni. I've been cycling for about 5 years now. I stay in Taman Desa. It's about like a 15 minutes drive to my workplace in KL Central Brickfields area. When cycling, it's also about the same time, 20 minutes, but then I get the opportunity to avoid the traffic. It also allows me to explore my own town, my own city.
In my opinion, the best bicycle to use for commuting would be the foldable bicycle, or I call it the foldy. We are in Malaysia and Malaysia has its own challenges when it comes to bicycle commuting. We have bad weather patterns, I would say, unfriendly road for cyclists. Having a foldable bicycle will give you that flexibility to order an Uber, and you can also use multimodal commuting, which is you cycle from your house to the LRT station, fold a bike, and then push it into the LRT and then off to work.
In general, I prefer to ride a road bike as compared to a folding bike. The public transport in Malaysia, they don't really allow you to bring your bikes during peak hours, so it makes folding bikes, the capabilities of the bike, a bit redundant. I also have to commute 12 kilometers one way, so on the folding bike that would take 10 minutes longer each way, so that would equate to about an hour per week. On the odd times that I have had a puncture or in case of an emergency, the wheels can be taken out, so it makes it easy to get into any Grab or Uber. Even a Myvi will fit, so long as you don't have another passenger.
Usually, I will just put on my office attire and cycle to work. But then, there are days that I actually feel like I want to dress up, like in dresses or like in tight skirt. I would have to wear pants and pack my skirts in the back because of the structure of my bike. It's a full frame, more like a male-specific bike, but I like it. I also keep a few pairs of heels in the office, like most of my colleagues do, and change them in the office.
Out of the 2 years that I have been commuting, I've only had to cycle a couple of times in the rain. In general, I prefer to ride during the cold weather because it's much more enjoyable. However, when it gets really, really heavy, I would advise not to cycle during the rain.
Apart from the weather conditions, we also face other unexpected challenges such as punctures, which is why it's very important to bring a tyre lever, a spare tube, and a hand pump whenever you cycle.
By having these tools, it can help you through any situation, such as a broken chain, loose seat post, punctured tyre. Your multi-tool should have at least a chain breaker. It helps you break through the chain, replace a broken link, and reattach the chain. I stay safe by always choosing well-lit roads, and I always stay vigilant, especially if there's anyone tailgating me. A bus driver actually tailgated me very closely and was trying to intimidate me, and he kept honking at me. When we stopped at the traffic light, I just went back to the bus driver and I asked him what did I do wrong. He did not say anything. He closed the door on me and then he drove away.
I think the key thing is to stay alert and be very visible. To avoid being marked, I try not to stick to the same route all the time, and also avoid riding in dark lanes alone. Having said that, I have also had experience being snatched on a very brightly lit and busy street.
Some of the challenges that I face when cycling to work is not having a place to change and shower before heading to work. So a dedicated shower and changing room would help a lot.
Yeah, officers should provide shower and changing facilities. Could be as simple as just a shower head in the washroom, and also a safe place to park the bicycle would be nice too.
A place where only people with bicycles can access it would make it more secure and would encourage more people to cycle to work. I would also like to see dedicated bicycle lanes for cyclists. It would help a lot, especially in terms of safety, where when cars overtake you, they don't overtake you too close.
Yeah, having bicycle lanes would be great, but it doesn't mean you can't cycle without them. I've met a lot of skeptical people who believe that they can't cycle on the road with traffic without a bicycle lane. However, after joining us a few times, they realize that it's actually very doable. There are safety measures that we always have to take when cycling, such as wearing a helmet and also be visible to other road users. You should always go around with bright light and wear bright colors so that people can see you. Apart from that, always be prepared. Have all your gear and contingencies ready before you ride. Plan your route and know what you have to go through when cycling on that route. And once you have it planned out, just give it a go.
Besides that, I think for female commuter or like a female on a bike, one need to actually cultivate having thick skin, because you are bound to get honk or like catcalls from other motorists or like passerbys. Be cool about it, because you are having the adventure on your bike. Also, another thing for female, I think, is like many of them like worry about getting all sweaty and wet and all that. Don't forget that like sweat is just water. Not only I'm able to move around freely within the city, outside of the city, or traveling, but I'm helping the environment by reducing the carbon footprint. So this is like, to me, win-win situation.